This is a 1973 Volvo 144, and I know absolutely nothing about it. I bought it in the dark, off a whim on Facebook Marketplace, and yeah, we're gonna see if we can get it started right here, right now, today, tomorrow, this week, some point. It's starting. I'm back. New place, new mistake. I got help this time. My fiance Kaylee.
Aww.
And our buddy Maxwell will be joining us.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, I looked at this thing in the dark, so I'm gonna actually get my first impression on it now. That's not ideal. What do you think? Got a good patina thing going on here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, feel that texture. Look at that 70s donut there. It's actually in better condition than I thought. Okay, that's gonna need some addressing. Yeah, maybe it doesn't want to be unlocked. That's fine. Without further ado, let's get going on it. I don't know, what do you think we should do first?
Throw a battery at it.
I like the way you're thinking. Big deal. Ah! Perfect fit. I'm gonna throw up my back. Okay. What do you think the chances are it starts right up?
You know, there's a possibility.
Anything's possible. I'm a big fat liar. Mm-hmm. All right, battery connected. Oh wow, the suspension looks in surprisingly good shape.
There's a little creaky.
Yeah. No, but I'm talking about like all the rubber bushings and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They're not cracked, like at all. And all the ball joints are still intact. The exhaust and the intake are on the same side of the engine. Come look. I've never owned a car old enough for that to be a thing. All right, what's the consensus?
It is a no crank, no start.
No crank, no start. We need a starter. We got 12 volts going to the starter. We have signal going to the starter. Because I was wrong, I remeasured it. There is signal going to the starter. Starter no crank, and it doesn't crank when we jump the two terminals either. But
we do have hazards.
Hazards?
And there are dash lights.
Is that all we got?
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. I'd say we're off to a pretty promising start. Up hop. Down and low. I forgot the rest of this joke.
Up and hood. 6, 7.
I'm not talking to you for the rest of the night.
Shut up.
Well, looky what I got here. For the first time in my life, the parts arrived early. They're supposed to get here Wednesday. It's Monday. I have a starter. Let's boogie. Now, my first instinct is to go from the top here, because I can see the bell housing from the top, and it's icky and gross under there. And just pop it up. It should be easy as 1, 2, 3. Aha! Gotcha. Oh, no? Maybe? Come back to me. No way it's that loose. There's absolutely no shot. Your other I'm calling cap. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh, come off there, mama. That's it. I was hoping it wouldn't come to this. Bring out the piece de resistance. Eat this. Do you like that? I think it's had enough. So after many eighth turn later, I've come to the conclusion that it's a stud.
And the nut is on the stud, and I'm turning the nut, which is turning the stud, but the stud isn't unthreading from the transmission, which means the stud there in 4 is not threaded on the other side, but instead press fit in, and the press isn't fitting in the fit way that's supposed to be once pressed into the transmission. I'm no wordsmith, but in technical terms, what I'm saying here is it's
and let me tell you what I'm gonna do. After further investigation, I've concluded that I lied. It is in fact a bolt. It does go through the block and the bell housing. And I'm a big fat liar, and I was wrong, and I spent 15 minutes doing that for nothing. Second problem here, I may have gone a little overboard on the brake clean, and every time I get under there, my eyes start to water and everything kind of fades to black, which I'm sure is normal. That happens every time I get down on the ground for unrelated reasons. But this time I have a hunch it's brake clean related. Why am I so bad at this? I do this for a living. Why am I so bad at working on cars? You want to scare a flat rate technician? Just show him one of my videos. This is enough to make a grown man wet himself. All right, we're going at this again. Different approach. That being said, that's all she wrote for tonight. Dinner is calling, and didn't get the starter out. That's okay. You know, the good things take time, or something like that. Blow me. Okay, I only had a few minutes to work on the car today, but while I was at work, I had an idea so genius that I couldn't pass up trying it. Observe. So the problem I'm dealing with here is the other side of the bolt for the starter is tucked way back in here. And you can't get to it from underneath because the frame part is in the way. And you can't get it from the top because the firewall's in the way. But if you let me suit up real quick. I know you can buy this tool at Harbor Freight. Don't f***ing tell me that. I have more time than I do money, and I don't have much of either. So, slight further modification is necessary. Well, that's all I had time for today. The tool requires further modification, and all my power tools are out of batteries, so tomorrow issue. All right, we're running it back. Modification number 3. Let's chop it down. Let's take this baby down to size. Oh yeah. Hopefully that does the trick. All right, so far I'm winning. I got that out, but transcooler lines, yummy transcooler lines. I'm hoping just by removing this bracket, it squeeze this out into that little gap right there, and we should be done with it. God, I'm just working on getting this thing started, and I'm already thinking, man, wouldn't it be easier just pull it all out and slap a V8 in it in a manual? But last time I thought that, we ended up with the Mazda. So we're not going to do that this time yet, possibly in the future. Okay, let me explain what's supposed to kind of happen here. Starters are case grounded. Boom, bolt, case, ground strap, grounding point. Very good. Now the big red wire, that I removed is power. Power goes into solenoid windings. Right, and then goes down to motor. Motor spinny, spin, and start the motor. Signal, the two little wires come from the key, and that activates. It's kind of like a relay. Click, lets power flow through. Solenoid sticks gear forward, spin. So what we should see here is this gear is going to pop forward and spin, and hopefully, maybe, probably if I'm lucky, not tear all of this apart and have it fall to the ground and rip all the wires out and be a big disaster. Hopefully that's what's going to happen. Observe. Whoa. Hey, yeah, stop everything. Hi, yeah, it's me. Now the starter can be broken down into 10 main components. Count 10 phalanges, 10 parts. The parts are as follows. 1, the battery. 2, the ignition switch. 3, the solenoid windings. 4, the plunger or piston, somewhere about here. 5, the lever. 6, the contact plate. 7, the motor. 8, the overrunning clutch. 9, the drive pinion. And 10, the case. The battery provides the voltage and amperage for the system. Now, it's going to travel up through the ignition switch. When you turn the key, you get your low amperage 12 volt current that goes up through the ignition switch to your solenoid windings. Now, as that amperage travels through the solenoid windings, it generates a magnetic field. This magnetic field pulls back the plunger or piston, whatever you want to call it. It pulls it back. And now this does two things for us. One, it pushes the lever forward because the lever is rotating on a hinge here. And as it pulls back, it's got a contact plate on the back. This contact plate bridges the gap between two contacts. There we go. And from the top. Now an electric motor works in a very interesting way. As the amps travel through the brushes in the motor, which are essentially windings that are really close to the outer shell magnet, the amps create a magnetic field which interacts with the outer magnetic field in a way that creates motion. Have you ever tried to push the two incorrect ends of a magnet together? You know those little egg magnets you get as a kid? You try to push them together and they push each other apart and you couldn't get them to stick no matter how hard you tried? That's exactly how it works, but instead of pushing away, it creates rotation, which creates a lot of torque. Now, that torque is transferred through the shaft to the drive pinion. And now, as we previously mentioned, the lever has pushed that forward and the motor is now spinning because of the contact plate transferring voltage down to the motor. The pinion gear spins, which is now engaged with the flywheel, cranks it all over, and your engine starts. The last thing on our list that I almost forgot to mention is the case. The case is the ground to it all. It's connected to the motor and the frame via a ground strap. So all of your electricity's path to ground is through the chassis of your car. That's the high amperage and low amperage circuit. They all travel through the case to ground, and you've got a complete circuit, and boom. That is basically how a starter motor works, explained by an idiot. Here's my multimeter. Here is the connector for the back of my key tumbler. If you look here at pin number 13, that is supposed to be our signal to our alternator. Now you see 0.052 kilo ohms equates to about a bajillion regular ohms. That's not good. So somewhere between here and the starter, there's either a open, which electricity is barely making it across, or a ton of corrosion. It is my job to figure out where that is. Now, what I'm doing here is I have my black lead on the signal wire down yonder at the starter, and I have my red lead over at the negative end of the battery. I'm going to check for available voltage at the starter. Now my leads are hooked up backwards, so the number that shows up here is going to be negative, And since I don't have help today, I'm going to put this in the hold function so it holds the highest recorded voltage it sees. And I'm going to turn the key and see what pops up. Well, given that it hasn't changed, I'll have to rewatch the footage, but we're getting almost no power to that signal wire whatsoever. Nice. All right. So the breakdown here is we're like 90% sure it's a signal issue, but we're also not sure if it's a signal issue. Because we have continuity from the key.
Something popped. Maybe I just saw that, or do it again.
Nothing to the starter. Something popped.
Yeah, something just popped up here.
Is it down here at that power distribution block?
No, it was like right in here somewhere.
Could it be the bad
It
ground?
might have been that.
Let me actually put the ground on. There we go. The starter works.
There we go.
Okay, well there's something.
So it's a signal
It's a
problem.
signal problem.
So we've
So
got
it's a-
continuity from the tumbler to signal on there. We have continuity in two places. And one of them is in mega ohms and one of them is in 12 ohms. The one that has regular continuity is the key on. It powers all the lights, the fuel
Right.
pump prime, everything.
Do you hear the fuel pump run?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm trying to figure out what the hell its problem is.
There's too much resistance in the signal wire. Because it's obviously getting power. It turned the starter. It has good ground. So the only thing left is it's something with that signal wire. So you need to trace that signal wire to its origin.
I've never been rage baited in my life.
Sure, buddy. You might want to hook your battery up before you start testing things, so.
No, I'm
Huh?
pinning the connector.
You're doing what? Huh? What are you doing?
Oh my good
Huh?
sir, I'm repinning the connector.
So dumb.
He's gonna put on the wrong one, so he turns.
Yeah, it's gonna prime the fuel pump with the key in the off position.
Okay, my question is, why don't you just turn this to a, like, flip for a fuel pump, flip
That's
for
what I
ignition,
would've done.
push a button and it starts. You could have eliminated 90% of your problems here.
I just got this thing. I'm trying to solve
That's
a
what I would
simple
have
problem.
done. I would
That would have solved your problem.
One more word. Please give me one. Gubernatorial.
I was at an impasse, so I fired up my old laptop and hopped online to see if any wiring diagrams would make sense. At first, I found this one that seemed promising. However, further investigation led me to realize that the diagram did not match any of the wire colors precariously dangling beneath my dash. Purely out of desperation, I found this website called volvoowners.com. When clicking on the link to access the wiring diagram, it prompts you to log in, which brings you to this page, join/renew membership. Now, generally, I wouldn't follow through with anything like this because this is 100% the sort of thing where you lose your credit card information and your identity in the process. However, I was desperate. Soon after signing up, I received an email. This email told me that I would get my login information in a magazine that would be sent to me all the way from the UK. Now, I was 100% sure at this point my credit card information had been stolen and my name and social security number belonged to some Arabian prince. However, to my surprise, a couple weeks later in the mail arrived my membership card, and all the information I needed to get going. After logging in and following the link to the wiring diagrams, I was greeted with a beautiful schematic, including pictures, which is great. I can't read that well. All the wiring colors matched, and I thought I was good to go. However, it did not solve my problem at all. Using my newfound wiring diagrams, I have discovered that the wire that is supposed to deliver power from the key tumbler to the starter has no continuity to the starter. And the wire I thought had continuity to the starter does, but that's because it's a ground. So, end all be all, I'm a little stupid. What's new? But between the key tumbler and the starter, that wire goes into harness la la land where there's about like 50 chicanes, a couple hairpins, and some goddamn loop-de-loops. So, I'm just gonna wire in an external starter switch. A button will do just fine for now. And as much as I hate redneckery solutions, where there's just loose wire somewhere, I'll fix it at some point. Probably. Got the goods? Let's make some magic happen, folks. How about that? We're using a momentary switch, connectors, more connectors, and of course wire. I've found a conveniently placed hole in the firewall in which to route my tomfoolery through. There. And I can bring this end down to the starter. That way I can hook my switch up inside there to an existing 12-volt signal. And should be simple as bing bang boom, Bob's your uncle. We got signal to the starter. And would you look at that, a willing 12-volt participant. And just like that, that's the sound of victory, my friends. I win.
Sound like a piece of shit.
Shut up, fat boy. Take a listen. All right, so we're missing one of three things: spark, air, or fuel. I don't imagine we're missing air, but we could be missing fuel or a spark. That being said, I have a flight to catch in the morning, so signing off. Where this guy lives? Where do you sleep in here?
I sleep right over there behind the air compressor.
Oh, do you keep it on at night for like white noise?
No, I'll turn it on and close the door and start asphyxiating. Then I'll turn it on and close it all the way. And I just tuck myself in the corner. Analysis? Light that on fire and call Geico. Cause it's
Dude, holy
wicked,
shit.
yeah.
Oh, let's see if that sparks first.
Nothing. No. This is his house. Where do you sleep?
The whole my mini cave of wonders. I curl up like a bat on the ceiling. I hang upside down.
Oh, do you
Just
know?
like that little light there.
Huh?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I also leave my air compressor running while I sleep.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Keeps you warm.
Oh yeah. The walls look good.
Oh, you've got like a little
Yeah.
storing. I bet you this thing burns oil like a month.
Dude, it's from the 70s. Of course it does.
Yeah, I would know.
Oh, you know what we can do? We test the continuity of the coils inside here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like that.
Yeah. We could start with that, or we could start with something cheaper, like cleaning the points inside the distributor.
Maybe just go get new spark plugs and start there, and replace that later.
Now let's go to the parts store. I like the sound of that. This guy's talking logic here. Or bullshit. Either way, I'm believing it. We're back, baby. Oh, yeah.
Well, the cast to toughen up is over here and giving themselves a beer bath.
So we're back with a coil of possibly better origins and spark plugs that don't look like they've been underground for 10 years. No sparky sparky. I suppose we could shove some sandpaper down in the contact. It's all spinning. The contacts are separating. Hey, Dingus, what'd we do? So basically we're idiots, and there's a wire that's supposed to go from the distributor to the negative part of the coil, and all of our figgly-fangling down around here, it just got unplugged. So for like the 15th time, yeah, hopefully that's gonna be it. Crank it. Yeah. Whoa! Oh, baby! She's awake! Let that fucking spark. Good. I can't believe it kind of just like fired over like that. It's starting 100%. Or maybe not.
It thought about it.
If you want to look stupid in a car, why not buy a stupid car?
Give it a little brake clean. Maybe he's hungry.
All right, hold the throttle open. Eat up, buddy.
Oh! Turn it off! Turn it off! Turn it off! What was that? It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. That was weird.
You want to crank it over again and find out?
I want to figure out what's making that clicking.
Yeah, but we're not gonna figure out what's clicking unless you crank it over.
Yeah, you're right.
It could be fuel knock. Well, that's more of a diesel thing.
No, that's not injector knock. That was really loud. I mean, these are vacuum injectors, but that was really loud.
Why are you shaking so much, dude?
Dude, because my
Are you
car
sure you
just
shook it up?
One, it's cold. It's cold as and two, it just made some really expensive noises. Look at all that smoke. She popped off. That was scary though. It just kept going.
Pull the coil. Unplug the coil.
Mm-hmm.
Unplug the coil and crank it over. Rotate. Okay, do it again. Okay. The starter is fully disengaging.
Well, yeah, I'm just worried it might have started too quick and grabbed the starter gear.
Well, even if it does that, it'll overrun the starter and the starter will push itself back in.
Sometimes. Or it grabs it and
Runs away with it.
runs away with it, and it's trying to pull back in and it's making those noises. I've heard that happen before.
Do we just try it again and see what happens?
Yeah, my better judgment tells me no, but the hopeful side of me says, yeah, let's run it.
Alright, attempt 3. Push the throttle in. Don't crank it yet. Okay.
Alright, give it another go. Why is it running away like that?
It's backfiring like crazy too.
It's not in time. Interesting. Whoa, what is up? Yeah, I hear the clicking too. I don't want to let it run with the way it's sounding.
Let's take our W and revisit this later.
You know what? We got it to start. We got it to start. I'll take that. Now we'll figure out why it's doing all the other things it's not supposed to tomorrow. You know what time it is? It's time to hit the forums.
It's time to hit the forums.
It's f***ing rod knock. This thing's knocking.
I don't know, let's find out.
Yeah, let's pull it outside and run it and see if it continues to do so. Those all look good. Yeah. I don't know, let's drain the oil and see what sort of goodies we find in there.
Okay, are we draining the oil first or are we starting it first?
Let's drain the oil first. Let's drain the oil first.
Maybe we drain the oil and we just hear metal just like...
No. I'd rather that not happen.
Well, there's one way to find out.
Like, at all. I guess so. Under the car.
Oh.
Under the car,
Oh.
Okay. Oh.
Here.
Oh, that's... Yeah, this is definitely going straight into the drain pan.
Well, if you're good at your job, it won't.
Do I look like the sort of person who's good at his job? And... Oh! That's a little silvery, huh? Well, that's not ideal. Oh, it's hard to be mad when the tunes are so good. I've got a magnet. Mort, I can't do this anymore!
Mort, I cannot move it!
King Julian, I'm gonna kill myself!
What's the inside of the drain plug look like?
Non-magnetic, that's what it looks like. Don't taste good. Tastes like pennies.
Why is it smoking?
Don't ask questions. Stop.
Damn, that's a lot of crankcase pressure, dude.
Oh. God, I love copyright music.
I said a draft, not a boogie.
Alright. Well, it's a little foamy, but it's not like super coolanty. I don't know, it doesn't look great. It definitely looked a little silvery coming out of the pan.
See, I told you, it was the angle.
Yeah, well, there was definitely like some copper-ish material on the drain plug.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't have a whole lot of miles. It's just old. There's some fine powder, but nothing crazy. All right. I mean, I guess we can cut apart the filter once we get that out and see what it looks like in there. Always wear protection.
How do you...
It's not correct. So, how's it going?
I love how they're upside down. I didn't even notice that.
They are?
Yeah.
I've been wearing them like this my whole life.
Dude,
Why hasn't anyone told me?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, give it that good crank.
Yeah, jork that shit.
Oh! Shit! There's a lot more oil in there. It's all over the rags now.
It's fine, just let it drip. It's a work fan. I'm not worried about it.
Oh, there's a lot of silver in there. That's a lot of particulate. It's pretty rubber. Yeah.
Yeah, with what's left of the filter. Oh, you actually didn't hit as much of it as I thought you would.
No, I'm delicate. I got that touch. Ask your mom.
Alright.
Well, it's definitely glittery.
Pull some of the... Yeah, there you go.
There's some chunks down in there.
Yeah.
Nothing huge.
I say we put the new filter on, fill it with oil.
Yeah, you can see the fine silver.
Here, get in the sunlight.
Oh, yeah, that's a good call.
Literally right behind you.
The fine silver mist that's kind of just all in this engine oil. I'm seeing like little hints of copper and silver in there. Let's slap some new oil in and start it up and see if it figures out its issues. Oh, Devon 3 power stroke.
Oh, I can't roll the windows down.
We're going to get some thicker oil.
Oh my lord.
Drink up.
Make more of a mess.
Royal purple.
It's just black.
All the zinc.
It's pre-blackened oil.
No, it's purple, look.
I guess it does have a little purple tint to it.
Drink up. Oh no!
What?
It overfilled. Oh,
Nice going, buddy.
my clean engine bay.
Not so clean anymore. Oh.
Alright, well, we filled it up with Royal Purple 15W40 diesel oil. Because legend says that diesel oil has higher zinc concentration, and this is a flat tappet cam. So, I've just been told that's the right way to do it. So I'm gonna believe the forums. Let's start this thing up and see if it blows the hell up. It's gonna need some brake clean.
Alright.
Since we already know it's knocking, we're gonna try to drive it back into the garage. Cause why not?
Make sure you make it in the garage.
Alright.
Does it die as soon as you put it in gear?
The e-brake was on.
Oh my gosh. Nope. All right.
Yeah, we tried.
We tried.